good morning, and good evening, everyone, depending on where you are. Welcome to our 2024 PAOG Dharma teaching series. We're very honored to have Venerable Digha Lankara to continue on the series of profound Pali Nikaya study on the first book of Digha Nikaya, Shila Kanda Vaga, DN1, which is also a course of the University of the West Community Education. We're very grateful to have University of the West in California, United States, and PAOG Sandara Bumi, Indonesia, to co-host the series. The teaching of the series is scheduled for 1.5 hours, including Q&A. Today is part 21 on DN 13, which is the last sutta of the first book of Digha Nikaya. After today, there will be one more lesson to complete it. Before teaching starts, here are just a few housekeeping reminders. We are using the simultaneous interpretation Zoom functionality for today's teaching. First, let's briefly go over the channel selection and take a minute to select your preferred language channel. If you see a globe icon in your Zoom screen, that is the interpretation icon. Please click the icon to choose among English, Chinese, Indonesian, or Vietnamese, according to your language preference. If you like to listen to English, we suggest you still select the English channel rather than staying at off or original sound channel. Otherwise, you will not be able to hear the English interpretation from Chinese or Indonesian interpreter during the Q&A portion. If you use a cell phone or a mobile device, after you select the channel, make sure you click Done to complete the selection. Please go ahead to select your preferred language channel now. If you have any questions, please send it to Zoom's chat room. Also, as a quick reminder about proper Dharma learning etiquette, even though this is a virtual Zoom session, please dress appropriately, sit upright, and pay full attention during the teaching to show respect to the teacher and to the Dharma. Thank you for your cooperation. Now we're ready for the teaching. May we invite Sayadaw to start the teaching and interpreter Bande and interpreter Dharma friends to start interpretation, please. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay. Thank you, Danny. Let's start today's Dharma lesson, reciting the Modasa 3 times together. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Well, welcome back to Nikaya study class. And today we are going to study Digha Nikaya Sila Kanda Vaga. Okay, this is the last sutta of Sila Kanda Vaga, and which is called Devija Sutta. And it is translated as the threefold knowledge. Also talking about the way to Brahma, so Brahma realms. Maybe you already learned about the a 31 plane system of Buddhist cosmology. There, for the Brahmins, to be born in Brahma realms or to be in union with the Brahma is their purpose, or doing religious activity, religious sacrifice or devotion. For Buddhism, this is nothing special, that to be born in Brahma realms. To attain any certain achievement in the practice, we can say this is, a kind of meditation practice, achievement in the meditation practice, but it doesn't lead to our goal. So the Buddhist goal of practice is to attain the Nibbana, liberation. But anyway, because the Brahmins are interested in to be born in Brahma realms or to be united with the Brahma. So this discussion come into present. Then first of all, let's see the story, how this teaching happened. And here, the story was started when the Buddha was in the Manasakata village. This is the name of the village, Manasakata village. And it's in, in the region of the Kosala. So Kosala is the Kasi and Kosala ruled by the king Kosala. There's so the city is Savatthi. And here they belong to the Kosala clans and the Manasakata village. The Buddha was dwelling with the 500 monks nearby the Manasakata village as mango grove. That mango grove located on the bank of near Achiravati River. So Achiravati River, so we have to know the name. So these are the names, so village and the river, the location there. And then during that time, many well-known and prosperous Brahmin gathering in the Manasakata village. Their purpose to be in their village is to recite their mantra, which is called the mantra, is actually the Veda text, devotion to the Brahma. There here we see the very well-known. In the commentary, it is mentioned that well-known is not just the famous or not just many people know. It's well-known refers to their qualification on their ability as some aspect their caste, so pure caste of Brahmins, and also their ethics. Due to this reason, when they are well known, it is regarded as the well known. It's not only popular Brahmins and also prosperous, and they are also staying there for the purpose of reciting mantra, chanting mantra. And these are the name of some of these famous Brahmin. The Jianggi, actually this one in Pali is pronounced Jianggi, it should be long. And Daruka or Bhakrasati, maybe you remember this one, Bhakrasati already approached to the Buddha during the time. And also Janusati, this one very famous, who live in Savatthi. And many times he has visited to the Buddha, and sometimes he asks a question. And after listening the Buddha's explanation, and usually he take a refuge to the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, and like this. And Dodiya, this one also, in the other sutta, we know about the man, or the man Subha is one. He's a son of Dodiya. So these are some of the well-known Brahmins gathering in the Manasagata during that time. Then there, the two young Brahmins of Vasita and Bharadwaja, they are young scholars of Brahminism. They are regarded as the well caste, a pure caste in the high ranks, and also in the education they is part in three scripture of the Veda already. These two young Brahmins, when they were strolling around, the purpose is to take a shower, to take a bath in the Achiravati river. And during that time, because they were sitting alone and chanting, so they need to have a walk. And then these two young Brahmins having a walk on the bench of Achiravati river. And just walking back and forth around that area. At that moment, they didn't plan to discuss about this and just talking. Then finally it reached to the subject of right path and wrong path. So right path and wrong path, it means the path leading to the Brahma realms, or to be in union with the Brahma, or the path is not. This conversation come to be, and also they have an argument. I mean, when the Vasita gave his statement, he refers to his teacher Pakrasati, because he is disciple of Pakrasati Brahmin. Then, and when the Bharadwaja gave his statement, he refers to the Brahmin Taruka, who is his teacher. So both of them just refers to their own teacher, or their views of their own teacher. And Hondas give a statement, the same thing. This is the only straight path. So Pakrasadi mentioned that this is the only straight path, or this is the direct path, or the path of salvation leads a person following to that path to be in union with the Brahma. So Vasita, he just mentioned the way in this sacrifice, or in this chanting, or in this practice. He mentioned that this is the only. So that is why the same statement given by the Bharadwaja, but in different way of practice, different way of devotion, different way of chanting. And he refers to the Brahmin Taruka, also famous. Then in this case, they cannot make agreement. So Vasita also cannot convince the Bharadwaja. So Bharadwaja did not follow to Vasita, or did not agree, because the way expressed by the Vasita is different from the way what his teacher Taruka Brahmin mentioned. In the same way, the Bharadwaja also cannot convince to the Vasita. Vasita didn't agree, because your way is different from my teacher's way, and they just repeating their own teacher's view. Then in this way, without having any conclusion, the Vasita got the idea. So in this way, if we are trying to convince each other, we cannot be in agreement. We cannot convince each other. So he already learned about the Buddha's good reports, Arahant, Sammasambuddha, etc. That's why now the ascetic Gautama is staying nearby, so not of the village. So we can learn the location where the mango group located. The village, not northern direction of the village. It is out of the village. So in this way, he suggested let's go and ask the ascetic Gautama, and whatever he tell us, we shall accept. So it means the Vasita already appreciate the knowledge of the Buddha. Maybe we can assume that even much higher than his own teacher. That's why he gave this kind of proposal. If the ascetic Gautama mentioned in accordance with my own teacher's view, I will accept this, or your own teacher's view, I will accept it. Or if any different way he mentioned, also we will accept. Then in this case, the Bhararaja, he agreed. Then these two young Brahmins, they went to the Buddha and also mentioned about how was their argument on the right path and wrong path to be union with the Brahma, reference to the Pakrasati and Taruka. So these two appreciated or respected by the Brahmin group. And in this case, the Buddha mentioned that, well, you guys are trying to mention about your argument. After listening, what the Buddha said, you said the dispute and quarrel and the different all about. So what is the different? What is the quarrel? Because the Vasita mentioned the Pakrasati's view, and Bhararaja just mentioned the Taruka's view. So if you two young Brahmins are following to your own teacher and you believe this is the path to Brahma, to be union with the Brahma. And if you are not having doubt, the others cannot reach there, because in their argument, they didn't criticize the other's view, other's path. Just mention this is the way, this is the right path. That's why the Buddha asked, what is the quarrel? Now, here the dispute refers to the initial statement, and the quarrel is later becomes stronger. So there's not a problem if you are just following your own teacher. You can follow. You don't need to argue with the others. Then now, also the Buddha mentioned what is the subject you are arguing. Then they confirm right and wrong path. So in this case, the Vasita, he proposed to having two sides of benefits. He said that so there are many kinds of teaching in the Brahma society, Brahma community, for the right path to be union of the Brahma. Then also mention about the other scholar, Adariya or Titiriya or Chandoka or Chandawa and Brahmacharya So these other Brahmins also given the different statement, different paths to Brahma world. So do all this will lead to union with Brahma. And also he just give an example, just like many different paths leading to the same village or town. So whoever taking these, each of these different paths can reach to that certain town or village. So in the same way, can we say that the various paths or different paths leading to the same Brahma realms or Brahma world? Then this is the proposal of the Vasita and also questioning to the Buddha. And in this case, the Buddha, before giving his answer, and he confirmed with the Vasita. So you say they lead Vasita, and then he say, yeah, they are the lead, I say. And then for 3 times, the Buddha repeated the same question, and Vasita gave the same answer. What is the reason asking repeatedly 3 times? Is the commentary mentioned that sometimes the Brahmins or the other set of executive, they give a statement in the discussion and initially. Afterward, when they see any weak point of the statement and they change. Oh, I don't mean that in this way, or they change. So this already happened in discussion of their ascetic group. That's why the Buddha confirmed for 3 times. Okay, you already said 3 times. If you change your statement, you just a liar. Then and the Buddha give his reasoning. Well, if you are saying that these all they lead to Brahma realms, okay, let's consider about is it possible or not. So a single one of these Brahmins, the Brahmin refers to those given the teaching about the path to Brahma world or the union of Brahma. Then these Brahmin, any of these Brahmin, although they are learned in 3 Vedas, these all are expert in the Veda test. They give this course or their a statement about the path. So is there any one of them has seen the Brahma? So the beings from the Brahma realms, and they respected to or they refers to worshiping by worship and face to face. Any one of them has ever seen them. So in this case, because nobody claim or I have seen the Brahma and I have a conversation Brahma, and these learned Brahmin in 3 Veda, no one claimed that. That's why the Vasita replied, no one, none of these Brahmin give this kind of approve. Then let's see further than that. So, okay, they are contemporary scholar and in this age, what about the teacher's teacher of this Brahmin can see face to face to the Brahma? Also no. So none of the teachers has seen the Brahma in their own experience. Okay, so going to the beginning. So because nowadays the ancestor here, they are following, oh, my teacher teach me in this way. So following to the 7th generation of the ancestor, the teacher 7th generation also know. Then, so going to the beginning points, the early sages, those provided the test for the Brahmin. So they already learned it in three Veda. Even the maker of mantra, now they are chanting the mantra made by these early sages of Brahmin. Or actually, they are hermits. Actually, they are ascetics. After composing the mantra, and then they expound to their disciple. In this way, the lineage of the Brahmin teacher come to the present moment. So when they follow to the teacher, generation to generation, finally they reach to the early sages. So nowadays, the Brahmin are reciting and learning and singing about their mantra and the text they has written. So these are the name Ataka, Vamaka, etc. So these are the name of the 10 Brahmin ascetics, or called the early sages of Brahmin lineage. We don't know when it happened. But if we ask the Brahmins and who asked the early sage, and they will give you these 10 early sages, those who make their mantra. Okay, so can you say any one of these 10 early sages has faced to the Brahma, or they know where's the Brahma, actual Brahma, the living beings? So for that case, also they say that no, there's none of these 10 early sages claim they had encounter or they know where a Brahma are living. Okay, so then the Buddha confirmed that not one of these Brahmin has seen the Brahma face to face, nor even to the early sages, so following to the generation of the teachers, and not any Brahmins, including early sages, they cannot claim that we know or we see where the Brahmas were living or where the Brahma appears. We don't know. So if we ask, we can get this kind of answer. The Vasita also given this. So in this case, the Buddha gave his conclusion. If none of any Brahmins, not knowing where the Brahma appear, or have never seen the Brahma, and they just saying that this is the straight path, this only is the straight path and leading to the Brahma, for Brahma, leading to where the Brahma, leading to the Brahma wall. In this case, so we can say that their statement or their claim is ill-founded, without any proof. Just talking, the generation to generation, this one and that one, and without any reference, was not that meaningful. Then Vasita admitted, yeah, it's turned out to be ill-founded. So after having admit from the Vasita, and the Buddha keep talking about the example. So how the claim of Brahmas on the right and wrong path to the to be union of the Brahma is not meaningful. So Buddha gave them just like a file of blind men. So a group of blind men holding each other. And this is the system when they the blind men are living in the same spot, and the one who has the eyesight, and he lead, and he give the his walking stick to the first blind man, and then the other one followed to the first blind man, and the next one followed to him. In this way, the line of blind men leaded by only one who has eyesight to see. They are moving in this way, but none of these blind men can see nothing. No, they cannot see anything, anyone of, because they are blind. So the first blind man cannot see, the middle blind man cannot see, and the last one also cannot see. So in this case, what the commentary given the example, in that case, the naughty guy, he came to the group of blind men. Oh, so in the village nearby, have some donation, so some party, and let's go and eat. And then these blind men believing in him, the naughty guy, and they follow, keeping him in front and following to that. And then the naughty guy, when they reach to the bush area, he go to the bush, he lead them to the bush, and then turning around and then reaching to the last Brahmin, and he give his stick to the last one. And the last one hold the stick, and he's following to the front one. And the front one, he followed to the stick. And in this way, they are going around to the bush, not reaching to anywhere, and they were getting trouble. So given this example, the commentary, actually, it is a kind of dispute to the Brahmin, even because the Buddha himself, given this example, commentary make more stronger joke or something. Then also the Buddha come to the Brahmin lineage. Any of the Brahmin, the first or middle or the last Brahmin, see nothing about the Brahma. Nobody has seen the Brahma face to face. So although they had learned the three Veda, talking about the right paths to the Brahma realm, Brahma world, or to see the Brahma, it is actually laughable and just mere word, no action at all, no meaning. And also empty and vain. So in this case, because it is funny. And also here, mere word, actually this one is translated and taken in the meaning, that just mere word. But in the commentary, it says that it is, I just say the low level of qualities and empty, so not meaningful. And because it is not meaningful, it is pain. And also it is condemned to the Brahmin lineage. Then Buddha continue his reasoning. And what do you think, Vasita? These learned Brahmin see the sun and moon. So do they see the sun and moon just other people do? In the morning, sunrise, and then afternoon sunset, and the moon rise. So just like the other people can see the sun and moon, do these learned Brahmin or Veda, we call this Tevija Brahmin. So this Tevija, threefold knowledges. But although they claim threefold knowledges, it's different from the Buddhist way of threefold knowledges. And these Brahmin can see or not, and also not only seeing the sun and moon, the Buddha said that they usually pray. So praying actually is, or some come, or the moon come out, something like this. And also sing their praise, they praise, oh, the moon is how beautiful and how full and how peace in this way. And then when the moon and sun are in the complete form of representation, and they worship with their claps hand. So the Wasita say, yeah, they do, and they see the sun and moon, and also they pray, they sing praise and worship. So do you think Wasita, because they can see the sun and moon, so can they point out a way to union with the sun and moon? So because the Buddha take into the conversation to make more clear, because none of these Brahmin in the whole lineage cannot see the Brahma face to face, and also not knowing where the Brahma. And they claim, oh, this is the right path to Brahma. But the Brahma never sin. Okay, now as you know, all of them can see the sun and moon. So is there any of these Brahmin can point out the way to the union of sun and moon? Because these are visible. In that case, he said, no, none of them can point out the way to the union with the sun and moon. So even the sun and moon, visible things, cannot reach by their knowledge. So in this case, well, it is not really meaningful to say they never seen the Brahma, and they say this is the way to the Brahma. So it's totally ill-founded, totally meaningless. Then in this case, the Vasita, although he is a Brahmin, and he agreed, yeah, it is ill-founded. Then the Buddha giving this simile of the most beautiful God, we call the Janavara Kalyani. This is already given, if a man trying to seek of and also love the most beautiful girl in the country, he just learn from hearsay, oh, there is the most beautiful girl in the land. And he trying to seek out, and he trying to find out, he trying to make love with her. But now, if somebody say, are you going to seek out the Brahmin, the most beautiful girl? Yes, I'm going to do it. So, if so, do you know what caste the Khattiya, the ruler caste, or the Brahmin, or the merchant, or the outcast, someone else? So, do you know the caste of the girl? He said, no, I don't know. Okay, so do you know her name or her clan or her appearance, tall or short or complexion, in which way? So do you know any information about her, the most beautiful girl? And he said, no, I know nothing. Then they say, well, if you don't know and see, also you're trying to find out, you're trying to seek out and also have a desire to love. Then he said, no. Then after that, Buddha say, if that person say in this way, his will to search, or his plan to search for that the most beautiful God is turned out to be stupid, just stupid. He will not find the God. Then in this case, yeah, actually it is suddenly cannot find. So in the same way, the Brahmins, they don't have any information about the Brahma, and then they trying to find out the way to the Brahma. And this is not meaningful. This is kind of stupid. And then they do not know and see. So it cannot be possibly right. And another example is about, oh, sorry, here, the staircase, it should be. So about the simile of the staircase, a man building a staircase for the palace at the crossroad. He just making the staircase, and when he was asked, for which palace you are doing this staircase, and he cannot say, and also how high, in which direction it is it, how high or low. If somebody come and ask about the palace, and he has no information at all. But he is building a staircase in that case. So they say, you don't know and see what kind of palace and you are building the staircase for. Actually, this answer should be yes, yeah. So because they ask, you don't know and you are building, and he say, yeah, I don't know, but I'm building. In this case, and then that the man also can be considered as the stupid guy, and the action is not meaningful. Then another example is calling the other bank of river Achiravati because they are now residing on the bank of Achiravati River. That's why the Buddha gives this example to come closer. Then, okay, if Achiravati River is full of water to the brimful, and also even a crow can drink, from the bank and then can drink, it means they're totally full. And in that state, to the Achiravati River, a man come wishing to cross over. So he is going to cross that full Achiravati River, but he did not try to cross properly. What he do is he just call out, come here, other bank, come here, because he went to reach there and he just called the other bank out. Then actually it is a kind of, the meaningless action, but the Buddha intentionally given this kind of example, actually this we can say condemn to the action of Brahmin. Those are pointing out the way to be in union with Brahma without knowing any information exactly or correctly. And is it possible, would the other bank or the Achiravati River come to him because the man is calling and begging and requesting or wheedling? Then the Vasita say, no, Reverend Gautama, it is impossible. The bank will not come to him. Okay, in the same way, so the Brahmins are learned in the three Veda, and this is the point, who persistently neglect what a Brahmin should do. So here in commentary, it mentioned that what a Brahmin should do is, keeping precept, high precept, and tenfold meritorious deed, dana, sila, bhavana, etc. So this kind of tenfold meritorious deed are the things a Brahmin should do. Or on the other hand, we can say that anyone who wants to be a Brahmana, actually the Buddha was using the same word. In that case, the Brahmana, Pali word Brahmana, refers to the Brahmin. Brahmin caste who was born in Brahmin caste. And another meaning is Brahma is the holy man. We can say the noble man is Brahmana. But in this case, the Buddha say, okay, so the person being born in the Brahma caste, he's originally Brahma caste, nothing to do with to be qualified or practice. But if he want to be a real Brahmana, the real Brahmana refers to the noble man. So the caste Brahmana also need to practice the certain practice to become a real Brahmana. So anyone who want to be a real Brahmana, holy man or noble person, and he has to practice the certain practice. And in this case, being persistently neglect on the practice, so precept and ethical and also meditation. The Brahmin, so they declare, we call Indra, Soma, Varuna, Isana, Bajabadi, Brahma here, Mahedi or Yama. So these are, even during the Buddha's time, these are popular elements of worshiping. So Indra or Soma, they are already worshipped before the Buddha time. And the Brahma is one of them. So because the Brahmin, they most appreciated to the Brahma, that's why the Buddha emphasized on the Brahma. Also, if the Brahmin being neglected to the Brahmin should do, a real Brahmin should do, and they just trying to call to the Brahma. So in such case, the Indra or Soma, including the Brahma, is it possible to come for their calling or begging or requesting or whittling? Also, is it possible because of they are calling or they are addressing them to come to them, to save them and pray in there? Is it possible after death? So they already know, the Brahmin also they die. That's why after death, at the breaking up of the body, is it possible to union with Brahma or Indra, whoever they are calling? And in this case, that is just not possible. It is similar to the addressing or calling other bank of the Achiravati to this side. So Buddha mentioned about how meaningless of their action. Then giving another example in relation to the river Achiravati. So in this example, the river is still full with the water up to the brim. And in that case, a man came to a cross, wishing to cross over the river. But what he do is he was bounded and pinioned on the side and his hand behind his back with a strong change. So it means he cannot swim. And he just was tied up there and even cannot move around. And how do you think, Wasita, that man can be able to reach the other side? Although he is wishing to get there, he is wishing to cross over the Ajiravati River. So in his situation, it is impossible. That's why the Wasita say no, because he was bound there in this bank, and so he cannot reach the other side. In the same way, in the area discipline, this refers to the Buddha's teaching, the community of the Buddha's followers, and the teaching of the Buddha. In this case, the five strengths, of sense desire, they are similar to the strength to bind or to pinion a person. So they are called the real bonds or real fetters, not the ropes, not any rope. And then this refers to the five strengths. So Buddha mentioned that these are five strengths that can bind a person in this realm of existence or lower realm of existence, not letting that person reach to the higher realm of existence, because he was bound in this realm. So these are form, so visible form, seen by eyes. So the same quality for the others objects as well. So desire, agreeable, and love and charming, attractive, pleasurable, arousing desire. So this is an important point. So a form that arouses desire, that can be seen by eyes, or whatever we see, our eye, and if it is agreeable and lovable and attractive, and the desire arises in the mind. So in that case, you can understand, oh, I was tied up with this visible form because my mind reached into that, and then sense desire arise. So sense desire is a fetter or a strength, a bond. So in the same way, not only form seen by eye, the sound heard by ear. So whenever we hear a sound, and if we let sense desire arise, I mean we are bound already. We are tied up already to that sensual pleasure. So smell by nose, and taste severe by the tongue, and the contact felt by the body. These are the object of five sense door. So their quality agreeable, but although they are agreeable and loved and charming, attractive and pleasurable, if a person train himself not to let the desire arise in his mind, he is out of the bond. He was not tied up by this sensual pleasure. So in this example, we have to remind ourselves to practice in our daily life. As long as we let the sense desire arise whenever we encounter any of these sense objects, and we can understand we are already tied up with this sense desire. Just like a man, he was tied up in this side, he cannot reach to the other side. In the same way, if somebody was tied up by this sense desire, he will not reach to the Brahma realm. He will not reach to be in union with Brahma, to see the Brahma in their world, in their realm of existence. Maybe he can reborn in the human realms and the Deva realms or sensual plane of existence. Or if unwholesome karma caused him to be born in the awful state, it will be a father from the Brahma realms. So in the Buddhist teaching, and these are called actually five bonds or the five fetters that can tie a person up in the sensible object. So if we want to be in the higher realm of existence, like a Brahma realm, or just like the Brahmin wish to, if we want to see the Brahmin or to be born in the Brahma realm, we have to practice ourselves to detach whenever we see, although it is, agreeable or not agreeable, it doesn't matter actually. And our mental training is more important because two people seeing the same object can be in different position, different situation. One attached to it and one does not attach to it. So if we can train our mind, and in this case, the other teachings say that whenever you see something and then you train yourself so that your mind not reach into the attachment or the affliction, or not reach into these states. And if you can maintain, if we call that is Indriya Samvara Sila, restraint in the six dogs. Okay, so then, the Brahmins learn in three Veda, they are enslaved and infatuated by these five strands of sense desire. Whenever they see the form or agreeable form or attractive form, the desire arise. And whenever they see, they hear a sound or smell, taste, or contact, and then the desire arise in their mind. That is called they are enslaved. So here, if we allow the sense desire arise in our mind, we are just like a slave of this sense desire. So, for example, if you see advertisement of the new release phone, and just seeing that and the desire to get it, desire to see it arise in your mind is a kind, desire control your mind, overwhelm your mind. And later on, when the desire becomes stronger and you have to try to purchase that phone or whatever you see, if you have desire, depends on the level. Sometimes you just see and then you satisfy, and sometimes you cannot satisfy by just seeing, and you're trying to find a way to get by yourself. So this like a master of the uncontrolled mind or untrained mind. So that's why we have to train ourselves to escape from the slavery of these sex desire. But for the Brahmin, although they have learned three Veda, they are actually enslaved and infatuated by these strength of sense desire already tied up. They are not escaping. And also here, which they enjoy guiltily, although they enjoy because it's just like we are under control and we are having something we wish to, because we are possessing something we wish to, and we can be happy, but it is not really happy, the complete happiness. That's why we can say that, if you see something you wish to, attractive one, and then your mind absorb there. And in a kind, we can say that you are enjoying by this object. But that kind of enjoyment still have under control of sense desire. That's why enjoy guiltily, unaware of danger. Yes, of course, if you are enjoying too much under the sense desire, so it finally lead to a danger. So over consuming, or or leading you in appropriate way of getting that object. Or later on, if we, waste our times, our lifespan by following or by chasing these sensual objects, finally the life will be ended. That at the end of life, not having any certain guarantee of wholesome deed, and we can reborn in the woeful state. These are the danger of the sense desire. Being unaware of this danger, and they are enslaved. And also knowing no way out. They don't know how to get out of themselves, get out of this sense desire. Then it is me completely controlled by the sense desire. So whatever they do, whatever they speak, whatever they thought, all are framed by the sense desire. That's why they are called enslaved men, enslaved guys under the sensual desire. So we have to, for the Brahmin, it doesn't matter. They are enslaved or they get out of slavery. That is their life. The most important thing is about ourselves. We have to reflect our way of living. So now you already know 5 streams here. And the form, sound, smell, taste, and contact, agreeable, loved, charming, attractive, pleasurable, and also all of them can arouse desire. So from the morning to night, as long as you are awakened, you have to try to be mindful, to reflect on your state of mind, how you are doing under the sensual desire or out of the sensual desire. So when the mindfulness and restraint of sense desire, sense object, sense faculties, at that moment, you can say you are out of the control of the sense desire. Whenever you see something, you try not to attach to it. You try not to have the affliction on that case. It depends on like and dislike. The object, if it is agreeable, is most likely to be subject of attachment. So whenever we see or hear or smell, taste, or having contact with any physical sense, and we should be mindful so that we can take ourselves out of this sensual desire. Otherwise, it seems no way. So living without mindfulness is just enjoying as the slavery state. And at the end, it will lead to the danger. So for the Brahmin, being enslaved by these 5 strands of sense desire, not knowing how to get out, and after death, it is impossible to be a union with Brahma. So, yeah, if we wish to be, and we have to practice ourselves. Then I'm going to stop here my explanation, although we have some more slides, and we will use in the next lesson, and also here, because starting from slide 16, it mentioned about the evil, about the sensual desire, evil, sloth and torpor, worry and flurry, and doubt, like this. So these are called 5 mental hindrances, nivarana, pancha nivarana. So these pancha nivarana are already mentioned, given the certain example for each of these mental hindrances. That's why you have to take a look back what we have learned, and we will conclude this book of Silakhana Vaga emphasizing on the five-minute hand raises, and at least if you can overcome 5-minute hand raises, and you can be reborn in the Brahma realm, because the 5-minute hand raises are all structural to attain the jhana. If you can be out of these 5-minute hand raises and then breaking through the blockage of these 5-minute hand raises, and your mental development can be in progress. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sayadaw, for your teaching. We have about 25 minutes left. First, we have a few announcements to make. May we open the floor for today's questions after the announcements? You may start to submit your questions now. Next week, Sayadaw Kumara Bivamsa will continue the teaching on the Buddha and his great disciples. It will be part 7, subtitle Pacceka Buddha and Lifestyle 3 on February 24th, Saturday evening in US, and on February 25th, Sunday morning in Asia. Today, we had the first session of DN13. We will continue on second session of DN13 to complete the first book of Digha Nikaya. After completion of the first book of Digha Nikaya, we will have a break for Nikaya study teachings. The launch date of the following books of Digha Nikaya will be announced when available. In 2 weeks, Sayadaw Panadika Lankara will deliver the final session, part 22 of DN13, the profile Pali Nikaya study on the first book of Digha Nikaya.
Will anyone lead into the Q&A session?
Can you hear me? All right.
Yes, very well.
Okay. So for the next home a reminder, you can register to receive an uncredited certificate of completion of this course from the CE program portal at University of the West, or contact us via Gmail or WeChat.
Hello, Janice.
Can you hear me well, Bante?
Yes, we are.
Here's the Google Drive.
Oh, sorry.
Here's the Google Drive link to Pali, English, Chinese, Burmese, Indonesian, and Vietnamese of Digha Nikaya. On this link, you can also access the lecture notes of this teaching series. Lecture notes are also translated to Chinese, Indonesian, and Vietnamese. Please don't forget to check out our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook. We have the YouTube playlist for Nikaya study teachings and Q&A. We also have Chinese audio channel for Nikaya study teachings available now on WeChat mini program. If you would like to dana teachers allowable requisites or to support our monastery, please use WeChat transfer or use our PayPal. We have different PayPal accounts for allowable requisites and monastery supports. Of course, you can always send a check payable to the American Dharma Society. Any further suggestions or inquiries, please contact us. Our sincere thanks to our co-host, University of the West Religious Studies Department in California, USA, and Pa'au Sundara Bumi, Indonesia. At this time,